This knife is almost perfect for EDC. Hello, what's going on everybody? My name is Peter and today I'm gonna show you my favorite EDC knife, which is Victorinox Rangergrip 79, and I'm gonna explain to you why do I think that it's very close to perfection. And of course I know many people will disagree with me completely, many people will call me crazy, but yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that. Yeah, because it's big and chunky and it's heavy. It's gonna be way too heavy for many people because it's 166 gram. Just for a quick reference, let me show you Spartan, which is 100 less. Ontario Rat 1 is 140. The length is, look at that. It's a big and long knife. It's, yeah, it's even a bit longer than Rat 1. So yeah, I got this couple of months ago and I've been using it, and I have couple of things that I have to tell you about, and yeah, I'm gonna try to be as objective as possible. So yeah, the first thing I need you to know is that I just always wanted to carry a legit and big folding knife that I can open with one hand, that has some kind of real locking mechanism, and at the same time it has different tools. So yeah, it basically combines two things, and it's a great option to me. But the first reason that I got this is actually the blade. You know, it's a cool thing that I can open it with just one hand, but it's not extremely convenient. You know, I have to give it a yeah, 7 out of 10. It's maximum, because it's definitely this hole here. It's not as convenient as, for example, a thumb stud in Rat 1, or yeah, these rounded holes in a Spyderco. You really have to put some pressure with your thumb to open it. Like, to me it's not a very big deal, but I need you to know that, because it may be very disturbing for some people. Yeah, but when I just grab it like this, it's super convenient in comparison to nail nicks, especially when you don't have nails. And the closing is, with just one hand, is very convenient. You know, I got nothing to complain here. And yeah, we have a liner lock, which works perfectly. And I want to show you something, because yeah, to close your blade, you have to push this Victorinox shield here. And then you have this, you can see it inside. It's pretty, yeah, interesting. You can see this white element inside, which pushes the liner to the left and makes it possible to close your blade. And I must say, I find this pretty cool. Yeah, but let's talk about how convenient it is. Like, because, you know, it's even convenient to some kind of more precise jobs, because we have this jimping here and ricasso, and I must say, to me, it was always very convenient to use the blade in this grip. And yeah, but the next very important thing about this blade is that I don't think it should be your primary survival I don't think it should be your primary survival knife, because it's not super tough to me. I think it's definitely not apocalypse ready, because I managed to bend this tip very easily. I didn't manage to record that, and I already fixed it, but I managed to bend this very easily. So it's a great EDC tool, but I don't recommend using it in a stupid way. I do not recommend, yeah, beating the crap out of this knife. And of course, I know it was supposed to be bushcraft version of Victorinox Swiss Army knife. And, you know, I think as for backup, it's perfect. At least when it comes to blade, I don't think you should use it the way you use your Mora knife. But things are getting a bit different when we talk about this saw, because this saw is crazy. It's crazy. I think we all can agree with the fact that every freaking millimeter counts when we talk about a pocket saw, because look at that. It's over 4 inches long. Yeah, almost 12 centimeters. It's long, it's sharp, it cuts like crazy. At least it's very long as for a saw that you just have in your Victorinox, right? And what about the other tools? So yeah, nothing special here actually. Like, we have cap lifter, we've flathead screwdriver and wire stripper, yeah, pretty useful. Unfortunately, we have can opener, which I always hate. You will hate me for that in the comments, but yeah, I don't really care. I will never use it, you know, I will never use it in my country. It's just impossible to find a can without a pull tab, so it's completely useless to me. I know it's a flathead screwdriver here, but I don't use it as well. I would love to have something different instead of that. Like for example, this little blade, or even a scissors, because look at that, it's plenty of space left in here. Look at that, look at this hole. Yeah, it's a shame that it doesn't have a scissors, for example. Of course, the owl and the corkscrew. And of course, we have scale tools, we have a toothpick, which I do not use. I highly recommend using dental floss instead of that. And we have tweezers, tweezers that are my favorite, one of my favorite tools of all time when we're talking about Victorinox Swiss Army knives. It's definitely my top 3 at least. You can call me crazy, I will not argue with that, but I really love to have tweezers in my pockets, so yeah, they are essential to me. And now let's have a word about the handle, because the handle is, to me, it's very comfortable. It's big and comfortable, the profile is great, nothing to complain about. Yeah, this, you have rubber here, these black elements are made of rubber, which makes it more grippy and secure, so the handle is totally fine. So yeah, why do I think this Rangergrip 79 is almost perfect when we talk about EDC? You know, there are a couple of reasons, but basically it just combines 2 things that I want to have usually, which is a big knife, big blade with locking mechanism that I can open and close with one hand, and I also have a big and comfortable handle, and it has a tool set. And yeah, of course, when it comes to EDC, I must say, honestly, that actually for 90% of tasks, it just takes, at least in my case, it just takes a little slip joint like this one to get the job done. But sometimes I feel like I want to have some power, like I want to have some backup. And that's why I want to carry bigger knife with a locking mechanism. And I don't mind weight at all. Like it's no problem. Like 166 gram. I know it's a lot, but I don't mind it at all. And it's kind of combined with the reason number 2, which is the self-defense and emergency situations. Because yeah, when I carry this in my pocket, I feel ready for anything. I feel much more secure. I feel like I have this backup, this more amount of power, which can be needed. Because imagine encountering a very big and aggressive dog, for example, and you have this knife in your pocket, which is better than nothing, of course, but imagine having this one. With this one, you can beat any creature that jumps at you, and that's a cool feeling. That you just feel safer with this one, or I don't know, any kind of emergency situation. This thing, I removed this ring. It's in this case, it's totally useless to me to have this little ring here. And this thing, it can be used as a glass breaker easily. So yeah, it's a much better emergency tool. And I had some emergencies in my life, so I can highly recommend carrying this thing. And the third thing that makes this knife awesome, which is also pretty important to me, is the look of the knife. Like, look at that. I think it looks pretty aggressive and bulky, and I don't know. I like the line of this knife very much. And why I cannot call this knife perfect? 2 main reasons here. The first is the toolset, because the toolset is not perfect to me. Of course, it's totally subjective, but I don't really use toothpick. I would love to have this little pen instead of that. And the worst thing is the can opener, which I will never use. It's the most useless thing of all time to me. I would love to have little blade instead of that, or scissors. And the second reason is the action, because, you know, it's an important thing to know that it really takes some power to open this blade. It's far less convenient to open than some kind of, usual modern folder. So, in conclusion, if you're wondering if it's a good option for EDC, you know, I think it's great. I think it's almost perfect. I can highly recommend it, but you really need to keep in mind that it's big and heavy, and you're definitely not getting the most convenient blade deployment available. When we're talking about the toolset, it's of course totally subjective. I think it's great. It's not perfect. Yeah, but for many people it could be perfect or almost perfect. And if you're talking, if it's a good bushcraft option, bushcraft knife or survival knife option, then I think as a backup it's perfect, but only as a backup. I don't think it could be a good replacement for some tougher knives like Mora or anything. So yeah, I think that would be all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, if you find my videos interesting, then please consider subscribing my little channel. It would help me a lot, and yeah, every single subscriber counts to me. It gives me so much motivation, and yeah, there is definitely more and more knife content coming to this channel in the next weeks, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about this one. Would you carry this or not? And yeah, thank you, and see you in another video.